There's a prop on the DK Sportsbook for total quarterbacks drafted in the first round. We just talked about it. All right. All of you have the top 3 picks being quarterbacks. So how many are going to be drafted here in round 1? 5 is the favorite at minus 275. 6 or more at plus 350. 4 or less at plus 550. Where do you stand, Geoff?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a great bet. You take 5 at minus 275 and you collect your check here. Look, the top 5 QBs are getting selected in the first round. I'd be absolutely shocked if it's probably going to be either Fields or Lance that falls if one of them do. But I'd be shocked if they fell so far that we're talking about a second-day pick here. Someone will move up and take these guys, much like someone moved up, for like Lamar Jackson. So I think 5 is the pick. I think there's such a big gap between the top 5 and the other 3 quarterbacks that are being mentioned that these are good odds. This is really good odds to take 5 at minus 275 in the DraftKings Sportsbook. Davis Mills is a guy I would keep an eye on. Absolutely. If someone's going to move up, it's probably going to be for him, at least in my opinion. But man, that even seems like a long shot here. I think taking 5 QBs drafted in the first round is really the bet here.
Steve, you going with 5?
Yeah, I think 5 is the correct answer here. You look at the teams that are in desperate need of a quarterback. That is their first priority. It's the guys who are in the top 3, the Jaguars, the Jets, and the 49ers. And then there's New England, who's currently at 15. There's a couple of other teams that could be in the mix for a quarterback as well. Do the Bears need one? Yes. Is it their primary spot that they need? Not necessarily. Obviously, Denver made the move yesterday for Teddy Bridgewater. Doesn't take them out of the mix, according to Adam Schefter. They're still in the running for a quarterback. And that makes sense, too, because all they gave up was a 6th round pick, and Carolina is on the hook for some of the salary for Teddy Bridgewater. So there really is nothing to lose with taking Bridgewater and potentially drafting another one. So that could potentially push it over. But when you look at the 4 teams that need one and then somebody else who could grab one in this one, I think 5 is the correct answer here. The juice is obviously following that and saying that that's the answer too as well. Kind of a crap answer because that's what the favorite is. But quite frankly, when you look at this board, you look at the team's needs in the first round, 4 teams for sure, and then they'll probably get another one sneaking in there. So I think 5 is the answer.
Jules, you with the guys on this one?
Yeah, I mean, getting plus odds on something is great, but I would tell bettors, don't let something like minus 275 scare you away. That's really juicy, but this could be minus 800, like minus 1,000. There's value on this bet in taking 5 quarterbacks. There's no way one of these guys doesn't go tonight. If you look at the 5 of them, the guy with the highest over-under still set on the boards is Fields at 7.5. So if one of these guys slides out of the top 10, that's going to become a storyline as we're watching the draft. When is somebody going to trade up for Fields or Lance or Jones? Whoever falls out of the top 10, if one does, that's going to become the story of the draft until somebody gets them at 12, 13, 14, 15. All 5 of them are going to be gone by then. So 4 is not an option. And 6 is such a long shot for any of those guys. Trask, Mills, whoever you want to say, I guess the upside is that you get the fifth year option, which is why you would want to maybe get into the background, like Geoff mentioned, Baltimore did for Lamar Jackson. But these guys aren't a Lamar Jackson talent. So these are guys that are going to maybe go at the end of round 2, probably start to see him go off the board in round 3. So I don't think it's going to be close. Minus 275 on exactly 5 quarterbacks is probably something I'm going to add to my best bets article today because it's one of the better values in this draft.